Guess what? The first draft of my comic script is almost done. I just need to add a few finishing touches and I'll be finished. Once done, I'll record myself reading it to see how long it would go if I were to read it. The time might not line up with how others read it, and with the amount I've written down, I have enough for about, at best, an episode's worth of content. The script I'm almost done with isn't the only comic I want to make. I've written down more comics set in Charcoal's world. One of them is called Mouse Deodorant. It's a story about this mouse that appears in a deodorant commercial, and there would be these stinky animals that would be stupid and delusional into thinking that the deodorant was actually the mouse. They'd run into him in a store, and there'd be the scene where they pick him up and try and use him as deodorant. One person would expose their armpit, and it would be the grossest sight ever. Something that looks similar to a gross-up shot from Ren and Stimpy, where it's like a detailed painting of something gross. Sometimes I would look them up on Google Images, and I would just gag, like, Yeah, because whenever I see something gross, I tend to make gagging sounds. And aside from the gross out, most of the comic is essentially one chase scene, which I saw as up there with Marvel movie level orchestration, because there was stuff getting knocked over, stuff going flying, and a whole bunch of running. I was so invested in it. And I have high hopes in that. Another story that I've written down is called Hectic Headache. Yeah, the catalyst for the story was that Charcoal drinks a potion that makes anything he thinks of becomes real, and the headache is a side effect. I've written this one based on how I have headaches in real life. Fun fact, I tend to have headaches once every few weeks. And when I get headaches, unless I take, like, medicine or something to cool it down, I'm just unable to work or think properly the entire day. Which means, if it were like a weekday and I get a headache, I'd just be essentially out of commission for the rest of the day. I have a list of episodes in mind for Charcoal Rabbit Tales, which is the comic series that I'm writing right now. So far, the amount of episodes I have in mind to make are 10, though the number may change at some point. 10 comic issues worth of adventures. And after the season's up, I hope to do one big finale after that to basically send off the season. It'll be a graphic novel over 100 pages long. I think now is about time I reveal the title of the comic I've been writing. Something that I've wanted to make for several years, and it wasn't until this year I finally got the ball rolling with the script. The title of the comic that I'm making currently is called Charcoal Rabbit Tales, Season 1, Episode 1, The Century of Sadness. Why Season 1, Episode 1 instead of just, Issue 1? Because I'm approaching these comics with the viewpoint of a TV show, and I'm classifying them in seasons. That way, if I were to release volume collections of them eventually, they would fall into that label. So if you were to read Volume 1, it'd be Season 1, and so on. That's all I wanted to say.